We all like to look at something beautiful, whether it's the sun setting over the ocean or a painting by one of your favourite artists. Maybe a fabulous meal by a top-class chef, or just the wall you had as a teenage boy. Kylie. But what can we do to make Football Manager a more beautiful experience? Hi everyone, and welcome to the FM network. My name is FM Greeno, and I'm here today as a guest creator to bring you a short video on some of my favourite stadium views within FM21. Remember, if you like what you see here today, be sure to pop over to my FM Greeno YouTube channel, check out the content there. Currently running a European journeyman called the Greeno Tour, and lots of other interesting FM21 content in there too. And of course, don't forget, make sure you are subscribed to the FM network channel for content like this from myself and other creators. Let's get into it. First, we travel to Serbia and FK Javor. This has many of the elements I am looking for, an unusual stadium for sure. Proper old school floodlights and hills or mountains in the background. But it doesn't quite do any of these well enough to be considered for the top 10. Now to the Himalayas and the Changlimithang Stadium in Thimphu, National Stadium of Bhutan. With its traditional Bhutanese design and lush hills in the background, it could have been a contender, but unfortunately Bhutan are not a playable nation in the game. A personal favourite of mine is Hungarian 2nd Division team Csakvar, a real reminder of what lower and non-league football can look like. I can vouch for the fact this is genuinely the away end at their stadium, because I've been there. If you want refreshments, they have a guy selling filled rolls and cans of beer out of the boot of his car. And finally, in the honourable mentions is the Mbatho Stadium in South Africa. Designed by a Russian architect in the 1960s, this beauty has stands at all kinds of angles, many of them not even really facing the pitch. But it's a beautiful example of the architecture of that period. Sadly, nobody plays there now, so you won't be likely to come across it in game, which is why I had to leave it out of the top 10. In 10th place, we are off to Russia and DRUIDS, the home of TOMSK. The stadium doesn't look anything spectacular. They got a horse in the ground. Not a police horse either, just a regular horse with a jockey. One for the animal lovers here. Mountains behind the stand are always a winner, and Lugano here in Switzerland has some of the finest you will find. Imagine how this would be in the winter. Just ignore the athletics track. If the game isn't much cop, allow yourself to be distracted by a beautiful mountain vista. In 8th place, we are heading back to Russia once again, this time to SHINNIK YAROSLAVL. Another ground where you'll have to forgive the athletics track, but for the main feature of this stadium, pretty much anything could be forgiven. If you're a fan of Soviet-style brutalist floodlights, you are not going to find anything better than those here at SHINNIK. For our 7th place team, we are heading to Slovakia in the top flight with the Ružomberok. The planners of this stadium were thoughtful enough not to put a stand behind the goal, leaving you an unimpeded view of the local mountain. Coupled with these space-age floodlights, this one is a particular favourite. Position number 6 now, and something a little closer to home. We are heading into the Welsh Premier and The Rock, home of CEFN DRUIDS. It's always nice when a club tries to integrate its stadium into the natural surroundings, and few have done it better than CEFN DRUIDS, building it right next to a cliff face. What a beautiful view. For those of you who are wondering, I am using the Graphics Mega Pack from Sort It Out SI and the Rentsy Purple Skin, both of which are very easy to find and download. Let's get into the top 5. For the first of our top 5, we are heading further east once again, this time to Belarus and the home of DINAMO MINSK. Now, Belarus is not a country you naturally associate with beautiful vistas, but here at Minsk, they have come up with a stadium which is an absolute belter. Slightly asymmetric in design, and with those floodlights a nod to their Soviet past, I could happily look at this all day long. In 4th place, we are headed to Hungary and the Pancho Arena, home of Puskás Academia. While the club itself may be mired in controversy due to its links with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán, nobody can doubt that its small stadium is one of the most beautiful you will find anywhere, with its unusual roof giving it an almost ecclesiastical feel. If you want to come and worship at the altar of Hungarian football anywhere in FM21, this is the place for you. Into the top 3 now, and a bit of an emotional choice for me here. We are heading to Argentina and La Bombonera, home of Boca Juniors. The view over downtown Buenos Aires here just adds to the picture, and those insanely steep stands are a thing any football fan will appreciate. Couple this with the fact that this pitch was regularly graced by the late, great Diego Armando Maradona, and I'm sure you'll agree this is one of the greatest views you could have to accompany your save. In 2nd place, we head to Iceland, a country with some of the most spectacular scenery anywhere in the world. We have landed at Hasteinsvöllur, home of IBV, a team playing in the Icelandic 1st Division. It's a small stadium, they're not exactly giants of football after all. But who can fail to fall in love with those brutal looking volcanic cliffs behind the stand? Surely this is one of the most spectacular backdrops to any save in FM21. And in 1st place, my favourite stadium view in FM21, once again we are heading to Slovakia. Slovakia is an incredibly beautiful country, full of historic castles and mighty mountains. And the stadium here at PODBREZOVA is right up there as one of the most beautiful sights. They have unusual floodlights, they have forested hills surrounding all 4 sides of the ground, and the main stand is actually built into the hillside, utilising the natural environment to its fullest. It's lush, it's green, and I'm sure you could while away many hours trying to take PODBREZOVA to the top of Slovakian football while looking at this image. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed looking at a variety of stadium views available in the game. If you do have any comments on the video, any other stadiums you think we should have featured for example, then please pop them in the comment section below and either myself or the FM network team will respond. Thanks once again to the network for featuring me as a guest creator today. Please remember to sub to their channel. Of course, if you like what you've seen here, please pop on over to my FM Greeno channel and check out some more of my content. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.